What do I do? That depends. How much time do you have? The short answer is I run an operations consultancy. That is true. The longer answer is I run Jimmy & Co., the operations consultancy. I built HolaDear, my digital postcard app, and I'm writing a book. Also, as you already know, probably by now, I host a travel podcast in Spanish, and I'm trying to transition into more speaking gigs and stuff like that. That is also true. One answer, it's easier to explain. The other one is more accurate. If I'm talking to someone about business, I'll probably tell them about Jimmy & Co. Makes sense. If we're talking about tech or living abroad, HolaDear makes more sense. If the conversation is about travel or storytelling, I might mention the podcast, the book, speaking, me just traveling, whatever. I'm changing who I am depending on the room. I'm just giving people the part of the answer that is more relevant to the conversation we're having. Because listing everything every time someone asks would be exhausting for the both of us. I do get why we use job titles. They make things easier. Operations consultant, founder, author, podcast host. They give people somewhere to begin. The problem starts when one title is expected to explain everything you do. It can't. Operations consultant explains my work with clients. It doesn't explain the app. Founder is accurate, but it doesn't tell you which business I'm talking about. That's why I'm not that into titles in general. And also, a lot of the titles nowadays are made-up titles. I've been given titles by different companies that were completely made out. Made no sense. But again, the titles are not wrong. They're just not everything you are. Sometimes when someone does several things, people assume that they're just trying to figure out who they are or what they're trying to be. That isn't always the case. It's not my case. I'm not confused. I'm not trying 5 different careers to see which one sticks. These are all things I'm actively building because they matter to me for different reasons. And it's not because I can't explain myself. It's just that one job title is not enough. Entrepreneur might be the word for it, but that sounds vague sometimes. I could use one title and use it everywhere. It would make introductions quicker, but I have to leave most of what I do out of the answer. I don't think I need to reduce my life to the part that is easier for someone else to understand. A title can describe something I do. It doesn't contain everything. I was in a meetup recently. Well, it's been a few months now. And someone told me, instead of asking, what do you do? Or what do you do for work? He usually asks, what are you working on? I think that's a much better question. People can dig deeper, show you different aspects of their life. Work is important, but it's not everything. It gives people a second to think beyond their job title. Maybe they are writing something. Maybe they are building something. Maybe they're learning something. Working on a project that they genuinely care about. And usually the answer is a lot more interested than their job title. So now, when someone asks what I do, I give them the version that makes sense, as I was saying. But I also think we can ask better questions. Let's start asking, what are you working on? Because I want to get to know you, not your job title. See you next time.